I had a subscriber hit me up in the comment section of a video I posted, I believe it was yesterday. And this is what he said. He said, "Hey man, you need to get me a top 10 fall and winter list and do it now." And I said, "Yes, sir, Mr. Subscriber, sir. I gets right on it, sir. I get right on it." Don't take any offense to that, y'all. I was just joking. But yeah, I did get a subscriber hit me up and ask me to do a top 10 fall and winter list for the upcoming seasons. And happily, I'll do it. I was going to do it anyway. I was actually already working on one, but I'm going to go ahead and get my cheapie list out of the way first. So if you're one of my subscribers who have been here since day one and know that my channel was built on cheapies, then you'll love this list. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So for those of you who are first timers to this channel, my name is Keith. This is The Fragrant Life, and here we talk about all things fragrance related. Doesn't matter whether it's a high-end niche, whether it's a designer, whether it's a cheapie. As y'all know, my channel was built on the independents. We talk about clone houses. We talk about it all. It doesn't matter. So for those of you, like I said in the beginning, who have been longtime fans of mine since day one, and you love cheapies, you don't really deal with a lot of niche or high-end designer, you love the cheapies, then this may be the list for you. So hope you enjoy. Now, to start off this list, I must say that I don't have, to be honest, a lot of cheapies like I used to have. And this list was rather hard. I actually wasn't working on the cheapie list. I was working on a different top 10 fall and winter list, but I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get the cheapie list out of the way. I don't own a lot of cheapies like I used to. I got rid of a lot of that stuff. I sold a lot of it off to get the niche, as you see on this side. And a lot of the newer designers that I picked up, I used most of that money also to pick up those. So those cheapies actually did come in handy. I remember once upon a time somebody said that I or whoever, if you buy a lot of cheapies, you may be stuck with them. You may not be able to sell them. That was a bunch of hogwash. I did sell might as well say almost all of my cheapies, with the exception of a few that I do like that I have here, but go figure. So let's get on to the list. Now, these are in no particular order. I just grabbed 10 fragrances. It did take a little bit of time to pick these fragrances out. I had to go through, I had to sniff some and say, that is kind of fall, winter, but it's more of like a springtime type scent. Or I had to, do a couple of spray tests in the air, but I got it whittled down. So the first fragrance I'm going to show you is from the house of Lacoste, and this is Lacoste, L'Homme Lacoste. And this is a fragrance I found in the rack store. And in some places, and you can see I did use a little bit of this last year. I may not have talked about it much, but I did use some of it. This is a very nice fragrance. Now, some people may find this fragrance in the rack stores and it'll be, I don't know, $29, $30, $35, which still is in that cheapie range. It just depends on what you consider a cheapie. A cheapie for some people could be like a Bell Cam, which costs you what, like $6, $7, $8 at Walmart. Cheapie also could be a $15, $20, $25 fragrance. A cheapie could be somewhere in the $40, $50, $60 range for some people who have that kind of money to just splurge on fragrances. And a cheapie could be for others who make a lot of money. It could be something that costs $100, $150, $200 could be considered a cheapie to somebody. But this falls into that, I'll say, $20 to maybe $25, $30 range. So that'll be this video. L'Homme Lacoste is a very nice fragrance. I like this a lot. It does smell, oh, that smells good. And I'm a little stuffy on one side of my nose, so it's going to make it a little bit hard for me to smell. But this is definitely a nice fragrance. It does smell a little boozy. I'm not sure what the notes are in this because I did not look them up. So please, in the comment section, don't ask. You can always look it up. You can look these up on Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, FragranceCA.com, or whatever you want to call it. I'll leave the links in the comments down below. But very nice fragrance. L'Homme Lacoste by the House of Lacoste. The next one is one that I purchased. This actually was one of my first few purchases I made from the local TJ Maxx, which is next door to me. And I was quite surprised when I found this fragrance. I knew nothing about this house, and I didn't even know that this company makes clothing also, because I think it's Bell's across, which is across the street also. I saw in the kids department, I think I was shopping for my son Chase some outfits or something, and I came across an outfit that had the name of the company on it, on some clothing. And this fragrance I found, and it was in a nice box, coffin style, and it is from the House of English Laundry, and it is Windsor. And when I smelled this fragrance, I fell in love with it. This is probably behind, well, now it's above because Tahitian Waters has obviously been reformulated. The bottle doesn't even look the same. It used to be like a mirror finish that you couldn't see through, and now they put it in one that you can see through, and it's so watered down and it doesn't perform. And I think I have one of the newer bottles. I sold my old one like a dummy, but this one I love a lot. There is no plum in this, but it does to me smell like it has some kind of fruit or some kind of plum in it, but there's no plum in this. And I looked it up on several occasions. There's no plum. Nice, heavy scent. Smells a little gourmandish almost to me. I love it. It's dark, a little resinous. This performs on my skin great. I have no complaints when it comes to Windsor by the House of English Laundry. This one is probably going to be a little bit more modern and a little bit more popular to a lot of people. At first, I didn't really care for this fragrance when I got my nose on a sample of it, but it did grow on me. And this is Halloween Man X. One of the more recent releases, maybe the past couple of years. Highly talked about. And oh, that smells so good, man. This has definitely grown on me. I think I wore this once since I had it, and all it took was for me to wear it that once, and I was hooked. Sweet, definitely something you want to wear in the cooler weather. It does have a bit of freshness to it, and I guess it's because of the sweetness. You probably could pull this off in spring when it's cool. In the summer months, I wouldn't really try it. I would, because I'm a little weird, but for most people, I don't think they should try to pull this off in the summer months, because this can get really cloying, especially if you spray too much. So Halloween Man X. One of my favorites, sticking to the Halloween line. This is my absolute favorite fragrance from the line. I have the original. I don't have the newest one that just came out. I can't remember the name of it. It's Hero. Was it Halloween Hero or Halloween something? That rainbow colored bottle. I don't have that one yet, but I also think I've seen another one from the line I don't have that's a little older. But this one is one of my absolute favorites. Halloween Man Shot. And I just love this fragrance. It's dark. I don't know if there's cardamom or there's like some kind of boozy accord that's in this. Whatever it is, this smells fantastic, man, and I love it. And a lot of these fragrances, sadly, I may not be able to wear to my job because, as y'all know, I have people who do complain, such as the lady in the front office. The guy that said that every time I came around him or he smelled my fragrance, I just dropped the cap. He smelled my fragrances anywhere in the vicinity. He always used to act like he couldn't breathe, like he got COPD or something like that. And after, I think he figured that I might have been mad at him or something, in which I wasn't. I didn't care because I continuously wore my fragrances anyway. But he started trying to talk to me more, and the more he kept coming around me, I know I had on cologne and he wasn't reacting like he used to. So I don't know whether he was taking medication for it or he was just BSing me from the start. But I haven't gotten any more complaints from him or from anybody around him about me. So whatever the case may be, I still may not be able to wear some of these fragrances. But hey, like I was saying, Halloween Man Shot is one of my favorite fragrances from the Halloween line. Check it out. One that I've heard as of recent isn't what it used to be. And I'm so glad that I picked this up when I did. From the house of ZARA 9.0. And ZARA's fragrances are pretty inexpensive. You can get 2 100 ml bottles for like 20 bucks, 15 bucks if you catch them on some kind of special that they have. I didn't care much for any of the other fragrances that they had, but I'm glad I got this one. This one reminds me of Valentino Uomo, either the regular or the intense, or Dior Homme, the OG Dior Homme cologne, not the cologne, the Dior Homme intense, or Dior Homme, whatever the Dior Homme line is with the heavy dark juice, not that new 2020 stuff. But this is a great fragrance, especially for the atomizer is nice. Definitely for somebody who wants that Dior or Valentino vibe without paying those type prices. This is definitely the way you want it to go. I can't say that I can't recommend you go out and get this fragrance now, because I've heard that the performance on these are not what it used to be. The bottle is even different. It's not in a frosted one like this anymore. It's in a little bit, it's still the same color. It's just a clear one now. And I hate that companies make spectacular fragrances and then they tamper with them. That just POs me, man. It really does. But from the house of ZARA, ZARA 9.0. And this one actually has the notes on the front of it. I'll read these off. Bergamot, juniper, coriander, pepper, cardamom, orris, vetiver, amber, and cedarwood are the notes in this one. So one that is a Middle Eastern company, and I'm glad I got this in the collection. I love it. I really wasn't a huge Oud fan at first. Oud had to grow on me, and I'm glad it did. Now, I don't know exactly how much Oud is actually in this particular fragrance, but this does smell, if it's not Oud, it smells super woody. And this is from Rihanna. This is Rihanna Oud. And I hate this little tassel. It's a nice bottle though. And it also has, I don't think that's real Oud. I just think that that's some kind of wood or something that they stuck in it. Because Oud costs way too much to just be putting in a bottle and giving it away. And this is definitely one that I don't believe I'm going to be able to wear to work. So, like I said before, a lot of these fragrances, with the exception of maybe 2, possibly 3 of these, I'll be able to wear. The rest I may not, because like this one, it's going to be a little bit too masculine, a little bit too strong to be worn in an office setting. So I know I'm probably going to get a few complaints when it comes to a fragrance like this one. So Rihanna Oud. One of my absolute favorite fragrances, and I love wearing this one, and I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot of people say this about this particular fragrance. This one is the holidays personified. If there is any fragrance in the world that reminds me of Christmas, or maybe Thanksgiving when it's, kind of cold, even October, but more Thanksgiving, Christmas, Burberry London. This fragrance is the essence, if you ask me, of the holidays. Does have some kind of boozy accord to it. It's a little dark. To me, it's a little resinous. Sweet. Oh man, it falls right in line. I could see wearing something like this, sitting in the gathering room or living room, as we call it, with your family around Christmas time or Thanksgiving. Y'all are sharing stories or just talking football or whatever sports is going on at the time. Most of the time, I can only speak for me, but in most cases, the women are in one room and the men are in another room, and we're talking about sports and, manly things, and the women are cackling like some hens or whatever, talking about whatever it is they talk about. But this is, to me, the essence of a holiday scent, perfect for cool weather, and I can't wait to give this more wearing. So from the house of Burberry, or Burberry, however you say it, this is London. Another fragrance that is a cheapie, and if I didn't mention before, the majority of these fragrances are going to run you around the $20 some odd dollar range, maybe $30. I think the newest one I showed was Halloween Man X, and I'm not sure exactly where that's priced right now because I didn't look. But for the most part, the majority of these other fragrances, with the exception of maybe Lacoste, L'Homme Lacoste, it'll run you 25, maybe 30, but this one is a $20 fragrance, I know for sure. And all of the ones that I picked up from this particular line are $19.99. Unless you get it from Banana Republic, then you're definitely going to pay more. But this one is Oud Mosaic. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There it is. The first time I purchased this fragrance, I think I bought it from Ross. And I sprayed it, and this was before I started liking Oud. And I hated this scent. And our Ross, if I didn't mention it before, in which I think I have, our Ross takes back everything. They take back, they'll probably take back underwear after you've put it on and tried it on or whatever, but they take back everything. I know that's nasty, y'all. I don't think they would do that, but I'm just saying, because that's what the lady told me. We take back everything. So, yeah, our Ross will let you buy the fragrance and stand right there in the store, open it, and if you don't like it, you can return it right then. I can't speak for other stores like that, but ours does. But I bought this fragrance, I hated it, I returned it, and I think I purchased something else at that time. It's been several years ago now, but since my nose has matured, I like Oud now, and I got this back in the collection because I have almost all of the other ones, and I like this. It's animalic. It just smells amazing to me. I love it. My girlfriend, I don't know if she likes it because I don't even think I sprayed this around her yet. But I definitely love the scent. I don't know exactly if there is a lot, if any Oud is in this at all, I should say. But, most of the time when they say, like I said about the Rihanna Oud, most times they say it's a Oud fragrance. It's probably not real Oud in it. It's probably something that, gives off a Oud smell, or maybe very, very woody. But this one, it really does kind of lean like it does have something Oudy in it, or I don't know what it is that gives it that animatic kind of vibe, but I like this one. So Oud Mosaic by Banana Republic. Last two. A fragrance that used to get a lot of hype when I first came into the fragrance game. And that is one reason why I bought this fragrance, because of the hype. I picked it up. I think I got rid of it. I did like it, but I think I traded it or sold it to somebody. Because a lot of times when I first started, people would message me and say, hey, man, I can't find this fragrance you talked about at my local store. Can you yada, yada, yada? And I'd be like, yeah, okay, well, I got it, you know, and I know I can get it again. So I'd either trade mine or sell it to somebody, and then I go back and repurchase it. But I had a bottle of this, and I think I sold it or traded it or something. And then I picked it up again, and it's from the house of Calvin Klein. And this is one of a few, because I don't have a lot of Calvin Klein fragrances that I absolutely love, but this is one of them. Reveal. And this fragrance is boozy, it's sweet, it is so sexy in my personal opinion. It does, however, to some people remind them of another fragrance. To me, it really doesn't, but I love this scent, and I can't wait to give this some wearing. And I think this is one of the fragrances that I might be able to pull off at work, along with the last one. But CK Reveal used to get a lot of hype in the fragrance community, and then it just plummeted. And I guess it's because, you know, people change, things change, times change, and collections change. People upgrade from, you know, the lower ladder of fragrances to the higher up on the ladder fragrances, like niche and stuff like that. But me personally, a lot of these cheaper fragrances I still love, and I only kept the ones that absolutely does it for me, and I got rid of the rest. So Calvin Klein Reveal. Last one on the list. Very few people had heard about this fragrance the first time I ever mentioned it. And some people did know about this fragrance, surprisingly. I had never seen or heard of this until I was in the Pecan Park Flea Market in Jacksonville, Florida. And I saw this fragrance, and the bottle itself was just calling out to me. This bottle looks so nice, so elegant looking, and I smelled it and I fell in love with it. Now, does it smell like another fragrance? Yes, it does remind me of Invictus, but the dry down, it goes a totally different way. It's just that opening, and as with other fragrances today, a lot of them smell like Invictus. They smell like, you know, some of your favorite fragrances. But this is Tequila Gold Pour Homme. See if I can get that. And I'm pretty sure the hardcore frag heads have been searching the web and have ran across, if not this one, they've ran across other fragrances from this tequila line. This is the only one that I've ever gotten my nose on, and I absolutely love this fragrance. I love this bottle. The cap is heavy. It is a metal cap. It's just a snug fit. You can hold it by the cap, but I feel like if you shake it too hard, it will come off. But snug fit, atomizer, pretty good. Yeah, it has that Invictus-y kind of vibe. It's almost like a grape smelling a little bit. It smells phenomenal. I love this scent. I definitely could wear this in the springtime, but this video is about fall and winter coming up, and I think this fragrance would fit the profile. The attention to detail on that, if y'all can see it, is nice also. But Tequila Gold Pour Homme, very nice fragrance. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this one though, but it wasn't that expensive, I don't think, especially being at the flea market. So with that being said, y'all, that's my top 10 cheapy list. Be prepared for 2 more lists. I have a designer list coming up, and I have my niche list, and I'm also gonna do, I believe, another list after that, which is a clone house list of fragrances. So I got a lot of content coming up for you guys. Those videos may not be as long as others, but around the 11, 12, 13 minute mark is good enough for those type videos. I'm not going into a lot of detail, just telling you what I get from a fragrance, and that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want to see more content like this, definitely let me know in the comment section. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm out, y'all. Peace.